This looks perfect. Guaranteed to hit the spot. Oh, yeah? Right.
Hey! We've reached our destination.
I hope we manage to catch Almadria soon.
I hope so too, before she can cause any more havoc.
You okay, Rinwell?
Oh, yeah.
Don't push yourself too hard now, okay?
Okay. Thanks.
Mind if I join you, Law?
Oh, hey, Alphen. What's up?
Nothing. I was just surprised to see you weren't training for once. Got a stomachache or something?
You know I don't literally train around the clock, right? I do take breaks.
Do you? It seems like you're training every chance you get.
Well, yeah, it can't be helped if I want to get stronger. Still, it's important to let your muscles rest every now and then. That's what my dad told me anyway.
Zephyr said that?
When I was a little kid, yeah. I would get so excited whenever he came home. I always followed him wherever he went and tried to learn as much from him as I could. He said, it's good to be passionate, but don't overdo it. Just like there are times when you want to take a break from studying, sometimes your body wants to take a break from training too. I was always rushing around and forgetting to rest, so he ended up telling me that a lot.
That definitely sounds like him.
It's nothing to get sad over. Still, I can't help but wonder if that was my dad's way of teaching me the dangers of rushing into things too quickly. Then again, maybe I'm just overthinking things. I wish I'd had more time to talk to him about this kind of stuff. See you guys tomorrow. I feel pretty refreshed after that sleep. A dead end?
No, there's an elevator. Looks operational.
I can't believe there's actually an underground harbor here. There are even boats docked.
I only see Danans. Think they were forced to work here?
Probably. Let's see what they have to share about Almadria. You didn't happen to see a lord come by, did you?
Sorry, friend, but she just left. Came by with a whole posse of underlings, boarded her ship, and took off at first wind. We damn near got blown away. She was that much in a hurry.
Damn! So we missed her!
You guys trying to go after her? Need a ride?
Are you saying you know how to steer a ship?
Spent most of my life chained to the deck of some ship or other. Yeah, I know my jib from my boom.
We don't know how dangerous it'll be. Better you give us the boat and stay on solid ground.
Whoa there! You been out on the water before? The sea ain't nobody's friend, you know. You need a sea dog like me, or you'll sink her before she makes it out the harbor.
We're losing time. Sir, we're in your debt.
Now that's more like it. Name's Mahavar. Just give me a holler when you're all set and we'll set sail. This is like a dream come true. Never gotten to captain a ship before. Never would have thought I'd get a chance like this. Thank you, y'all.
The pleasure's all ours. Think we'll catch up to her?
Of course we will. They got too much weight on them. Meanwhile, this ship's carrying nothing but us salty scalawags. They got a good head start on us, but we can take them.
Do you know if there are any Danans on that ship?
Couldn't say for sure. On the one hand, seeing as it's supposed to be something of another castle, I'd reckon they probably wouldn't let a bunch of Danans on board. On the other hand, I'd be real surprised if the Renans were able to pilot that thing all by themselves. In any case, it's gonna be a while before we reach her. Till then, you're all free to do whatever. Just don't fall in the ocean.
I know Mahavar said we could take it easy, but there's not exactly a lot to do on this boat. I guess I'll check in on everyone and see how they're holding up.
I took a look around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance, I had the exact same thought.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different though. I'm not sure just how to put it. It's almost as if it just goes on forever. I bet my old man would have been blown away by this view.
Yeah.
Ever since he died, I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again and again. And heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, sometimes I wonder if it could have turned out differently. If there was something I could have done. But no matter how much I play it back, I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almadria, but was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw-up.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal. Thanks, Alphen.
Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almadria?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegis.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegis. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not why they choose to remain uninvolved. Perhaps they see what's been happening as just part of the ongoing crown contest.
Even what Almadria did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, the crown contest is a competition to see who can amass the most astral energy. And to amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almadria do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Rena really that important to the Lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almadria resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Danans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Sar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city, he didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Danan versus Renan. There is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I have decided.
You don't look so good. Are you all right?
The floor. It keeps moving. How can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now. As a lord, my expectations for Almeidrea were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings.
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in Niez was improving much to begin with.
You mean Deadheim?
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renan rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renans for the sake of the Dahnans. But then I met Shion and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Dahnans like Deadheim.
It used to be that the Dahnans were the ones in the right, and the Renans were the ones in the wrong. Though, maybe that was just a biased perspective from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly. I'll never tolerate the Renans ruling over us. But nothing ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either. That's clear to me now.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like Deadheim for a moment, you may be able to free the Dahnan people, but that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almeidrea did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, it's not solely something the Renans invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renans invaded, we Dahnans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadheim's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Bayfon tell it, Deadheim wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renans but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
You have your promise to Megal, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And I suppose, even now, many people still do. And then, there's you.
Who, me?
You and Shion.
Not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renans and Dahnans do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry. Can you just give me a wide berth for a few minutes?
Do you think Law is okay?
If you're worried, why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah. I think maybe I should apologize to him too. I should apologize to all of you, really.
Us too?
Well, I was kinda lying to you all this whole time. I was blind to everything except my own revenge. I never even considered the struggles all of you might be facing.
We all have things we'd prefer to keep to ourselves, Rinwell. So what if you had something to hide? It doesn't undo the good that you've done. with the people that you've helped save along the way.
But that's not what I mean.
I know. You're talking about Almadria, right?
Yeah. I hate her, Alphen. I can't stop hating her. Even just thinking about her makes my head feel like it's going to explode. But it's not just her. I think about the way Law looked at me. I hated the Lord who killed my parents. And I hated the Renans I had to travel alongside. And yet, Ceslodia's Dahnans backstab each other like it's a normal way of life. And Mahag Sar has people like Deadime. But then there are people like Law and Shion. It's all just too much. I don't know what to think anymore.
Law never said that you had to forgive Almadria. It's only natural you would hate your family's murderer. But
But what?
Law left home because of how much he hated his father. As a result of that, well, I think Law spent a lot of time thinking about how they never got to make things right. And if I had to guess, killing Ganabel didn't make any of those feelings go away. Law let revenge fuel him, and I think now he's afraid you'll do something you'll regret.
Afraid?
Whatever happens to Almadria when this is all over is up to you. I'll respect whatever choice you make. Just think it over carefully for me, okay? You still have time.
Okay. Thanks, Alphen. Say, back then, after the fight, I think I really made Shion mad. I don't know, though. Maybe it just looked that way. But I guess I just can't seem to understand how she feels. Do you know why she gets like that?
Shion's... She can be a tough nut to crack. She doesn't really talk a whole lot about herself.
It's just what she said about hate being a source of strength. Where did that come from? I wonder how it feels, not being able to hold another person's hand.
Lean much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almadria's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cyslodia, the lush green glades of Menancia, the harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its lake of death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually manage to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Dahnans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Dahnans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Dahnans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Shion.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dahna. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shion?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Almadria. I'll ask Mahavar.
Look who's up! Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
That's the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almadria.
Shion, I want to thank you.
What brought this on?
What you said helped to calm me.
Don't mention it.
I'm in good form. I'll crush any enemy with my mace.
Awesome! We've got an... Right, here goes! For my lord!
This one's mine.
Take this! Demon Pack! Prepare to be seized! Demon Pack!
I'll take my revenge on you!
I see one! Eat this!
Raging cascade! Feel it!
Demon Pack!
I'll be saving this
You're
one!
finished!
Make it rain!
Kisara!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
This should make for some good weapon crafting material. Huh?
Got it! That went well.
Are you okay? You're not too tired, are you?
Nope, I'm fine. Let's keep moving.
Not today! Strike! Slash! Demon
Yeah, that's totally to me.
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
I need to be stronger.
That's far enough!
Here I come!
Going in!
Burning strike! Shield will save you. Saving this turn!
Here I come!
It's over! Thunder
Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Crescent move!
I never miss! Magic Wheel! Sleep guard! More guard!
Demon Fang!
I'm out! Thunder Flame! Too much to handle?
Far enough!
Demon Fang!
You're quite the gunslinger.
I have to be, in this world.
Don't worry, I've got your back.
Let's dispose of the trash.
The rebel!
Lightning orb! Raging
Swallow Blade!
in here!
It's over!
You'll have no mercy!
Got you now! You picked the wrong fight! Swallow Blade!
Now!
No escape!
Going in! Thunder field!
Here I come!
Flame of
You're
fury!
finished!
Burning strike!
Piercing roar!
Lightning orb!
escape!
Raging cascade! Radiant here!
Goodbye!
The wind!
It's over! No further!
Air thrust!
Take this!
Demon Fang!
Tiger Blade! Now you see what I can do! Hang flight!
It's on!
Raging cascade!
Going in! Out of
In here!
Struck!
More for the stop line!
This
Demon
one's
Fang!
mine!
More with that!
Going in!
Here I come!
Here I come!
Demon Fang!
Hang the line!
Burn!
Look sharp!
No escape! Demon Fang! It's over! Thanks!
Look sharp! Nothing gets by me!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
A comfortable win.
Now that's what I call a ship.
Yeah, the biggest one in all of Mahagsar. So big that it took years to construct.
For all we know, Kelzelik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it. In which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
We don't know that she was only getting materials from Menancia.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah, I guess I could see it.
But what do you think Almadria plans to do from here on out, now that she's abandoned her realm and sailed out to sea?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's strong, yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low. A dangerous one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. This is a lord we're talking about, remember?
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide. No one who can smile like that while doing what she did deserves to roam free.
Yeah, you're right.
Never seen anything like it.
It's an authentication key. They're quite common.
Maybe where you're from. This is new to me.
It might go in an elevator somewhere. We should test it out.
Hi, Hoodle!
Goodbye! Swallow Blade! It's over!
Raging cascade!
Swallow Blade! Swallow Blade!
I'll be waiting now! now.
We're not finished! Demon Fang! Here I go! Stand back!
Now!
Send it up!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute. That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balsev when you fought back in Calaglia, correct?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought it was a goner.
Balsev's brute strength was in a league all its own. Yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Dahnan in origin.
Shion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half. Then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more. That's why I go on fighting.
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything.
That enemy looks strong. I bet it'll be worth our while to fight it.
We're in for a long slog with this one.
Take this one, all mine! I'll smash you!
These ones can run
No
rings
further.
around us! Tiger Blade!
You're mine!
This one's mine!
Swallow Blade!
Do it!
Demon Punch!
Wilson, this ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Here, let me help.
My turn! Too fast!
Stand back! I'll trip it up.
I'm only getting
finished.
Not on my watch! That's it!
You're
I'm out of
mine.
ammo!
Not today!
What?
Here I come!
Denied! Now! Jason, go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
I feel sprightlier than before.
These don't seem like your run-of-the-mill Zugors the Renans usually keep around.
Indeed. I believe it's safe to assume these were used in her experiments.
They certainly look as twisted as her.
Even here.
I remember seeing instruments just like this back in Estaluva Forest.
It looks and smells like some
Right, here goes! On my lord! You're mine! It's over! Demon Fang! Take down the defensive! The rebel! Take it off! I owe you that!
How about this? Flying freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Demon Fang!
Its armor's too strong.
Be my guest! Demon Fang!
That's my cue.
Shut him down!
I'm out of ammo. I'm all stunned up. Lightning orb.
Take this!
You're finished. In here.
You're mine!
This one's mine.
Swallow Blade!
I'm gone.
This one's all mine!
shot!
Take this!
Air thrust!
Demon Fang!
Photon thrust!
I can handle it! This one's
Demon
mine!
On your knees! Demon Fang! Flash! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Hit! Demon Flame!
Hurricane! You're mine!
I'm all stuffed up! Hit! Dance in the wind!
You're mine!
Air
You're
thrust!
finished!
Go
Hold
in!
back, will ya?
This one's mine!
No escape! Demon Fang!
Raging
Take
Wind!
this! Demon Fang!
This one's mine!
Here goes!
You're mine! Demon Fang!
This one's
It's
mine!
over!
Lightning condense!
This one's mine!
You're mine! Demon Fang! You're finished!
Take this!
Strike! It's over!
This one's mine!
Demon Fang!
Do it! This one's got your name on it!
Ash to ash!
These bad guys really don't mess around.
We see... seem to have come across something a little
I have a bad feeling about this.
Magna Ray! Hurricane
Demon Fang!
Lightning Raging Cascade! It's over! Sealed! It's a duel of the arts!
Great! My turn! Here I come!
Chinese Supernova!
We got fire!
I've got it! Let a marksman handle it! Dance in
All
the
yours!
wind!
Demon Fang! Move! Take this!
Going in!
Demon Fang!
Crossblade!
It's over!
Demon
Fang! Burn in hell! You're mine!
Astral energy! Full throttle! With this, I can become even stronger.
Gotta break
Here's
through!
a healing
Now
word.
you'll learn!
You're finished! Raging
Demon Fang! It's over!
More for the stop!
They really don't give up, do they?
Take this! Demon Fang!
Appreciate
Take
it!
this! You're finished! Here I come!
One more!
Demon Fang!
Switch offense! Do it! Look sharp! You're
Here I
mine!
come! No further! It's over!
Armor won't save you!
Lightning Marksman handle! This one's mine!
It's over!
You made me angry! That was a bad idea!
You picked the wrong fight!
Here I call!
Take this!
Far enough!
Thunder Blade!
No escape!
Piercing!
Portal Blade! Try this!
My axe dance in the wind! Freeze
Look
Blazer!
sharp!
In the air!
Take this!
Going in! Here's another! Will this help?
Take this!
Healing Photon! Dance in the wind!
Hurricane!
Air thrust! Hurricane thrust!
Look sharp!
Take this!
I don't feel so hot.
You should sit this one out there.
And miss all the fun! No way!
You're mine! Portal Blade! You're
Dance
finished!
in the wind!
Piercing!
Air thrust! I can do this all day!
Look sharp!
Raging Cascade!
It's over!
We fly!
Demon Fang!
Here, let me help! Appreciate the
This
help!
one keeps charging up!
That's what my shield's for! Get
Too
behind
much!
me!
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Time to shine!
I have no limits!
Photon
Demon Fang!
This one's nothing gets by me!
Demon Fang!
There! One more!
Rising Wiper!
Chinese
You're
Supernova!
on!
I don't have much left!
I'm out of ammo!
Flush!
First aid!
Portal Blade! Coming
through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me help. First,
Thanks.
Astral Energy!
You're mine! Demon Fang!
Hurricane Flash! Annihilation! Hear me! Flame of Fury burning!
Here I come!
On guard! One
Demon
more!
Fang!
This one's
Lightning
mine!
Orb! Do it! Engage!
No escape! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
My concentration is dwindling. Perhaps I'm tired. And thus our strength yet grows.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
What is that huge flower-looking thing up there? Is that the ship's engine?
Indubitably. As one might expect, large ships require large engines in order to sail.
And if we destroyed it?
We might well sink the ship. Who knows if we would be able to escape before that happens.
Almadria sure has been busy since the contest began.
This isn't Almadria's doing.
You mean she didn't build this?
The body, yes. However, my guess is that the engine comes from a starship.
A starship? As in one of those vessels used to go to and from Lenegis?
Correct. The technology employed on Lenegis and in starships is more advanced than anything in our daily lives. Almadria may be resourceful, but she could never produce an engine like this on her own.
You mean to tell me we've got even bigger enemies waiting for us up in the sky? My head hurts just thinking about it.
Don't worry about that for now. Just focus on taking care of Almadria.
No choice! Bring it down!
Flaming Meteor!
Here I come! Demon Fang! It's over! I'm going in! Demon Fang! Take this!
Let's keep our eyes...
That equipment should come in handy.
Hey! It's that ingredient!
Yeah, The one for that recipe.
You always have an eye for food.
Gotta break through! For my lord! Swallow blade! Swallow blade! Demon fang!
So much for talking it out.
I see one, eh? Swallow blade!
Pesky airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Swallow blade!
This is
It's over!
Magna Ray!
It's over! Swallow blade!
Johalim!
All yours, Kisara.
My turn!
Its armor's too strong.
Here's the split it open!
Be like it!
Far enough!
You're finished!
Air
Here I go!
This one's mine!
Demon fang! You're mine!
Confiscated!
Demon fang!
Johalim!
All yours, Kisara.
Let's keep our eyes on the prize. That enemy looks strong.
Right, here goes! Got you now! Burn it all! Swallow blade!
I can read your moves like a book.
The rebel!
Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Glacial Spear! Here's the evil! Seal!
Demon fang! Demon fang! Demon fang! Demon
This
fang!
one's mine!
I'll smash you! Hero shot! You're finished! Demon fang! Here I come! Demon fang!
This one's mine!
You're mine! I'm not done! Demon fang!
Going in! Far enough!
It's over! Here I come! Swallow blade!
Water!
It's
Here's
over!
my sword! Here
Take
goes!
out! Demon fang! Ignite! Why you? Take this! Demon fang! Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade!
Everybody okay?
We're all right. Do my best!
Here I come!
Too short! Here, let me help! Let's give it a whirl!
Here I come! Slash! You're finished! Swallow blade! Slash! Demon fang! Swallow blade! You're mine!
Tiger Blade!
Demon fang!
This one's got your name on it!
Ash to ash.
Lightning
My
condense!
turn! Damn it! Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Swallow blade!
Going in!
Radiant
Here I come!
Look sharp!
I'm not done!
Tiger Blade! Leave the charge
Swallow
to me!
blade!
I won't rest until I'm the best I can be.
Still striving to be on par with the Lord?
You simply can't be too strong when battle is a part of your everyday. Hey. You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
show you any mercy! Demon Tag! It's over! Demon Tag! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Will this help?
Drop on your knees!
Let me help. Raging Cascade!
Enough done!
I can carve through armor!
Demon Tag!
Take this!
Dance in the
You're
wind!
mine! Demon
Sleep
Tag!
now. Not on my watch! Lightning!
Take this!
Far enough!
You're finished! Demon Tag!
Where are you going?
Demon Tag! It's too much! Ignite! Here I come! Demon! No! Can't end here!
Lightning! Leave me all alone here. I'll bring you back from death. Sleep now.
How about this?
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Going in! Take this!
Resuscitation! Lightning!
You're mine!
Lightning to
Demon
death!
Tag! Demon Tag!
Laser spear! Here's the evil! Raging Cascade!
Here I come!
Demon Tag!
Down! Armor won't save you!
Here's the healing magic Kazam!
Astralize!
That's my cue!
Shut him down! It's over! Demon
Their
Tag!
arcs were interrupted!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
An outstanding effect!
Will this help?
Here I come! Demon Tag!
Here's a healing arc! Thunderblade!
Leave the charge
Here
to
I
me!
come! Demon Tag!
Here's
It's over! Demon Tag!
I don't have much left!
This one's all mine! Demon Tag!
Water, hear my call! Lightning
Take this! Demon Tag! Demon Tag!
Sleep now. Where are you going?
This one's mine!
More for the sun!
You're mine.
Blood confiscated! Here's a healing arc!
Look sharp!
Demon Tag! Burn! Demon Tag! Demon Tag!
Anything in armor is all mine! How about this?
This is looking good!
Going in! Feel!
Try harder!
Now you've gone and ticked me off!
The waters of magic!
You're mine! Demon Tag!
Going in! Hear my call!
That's it! Going in! I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa! Ha! On guard!
This one's all mine!
This one's mine!
Try harder!
One more!
Now!
Come on! You have to hold on!
More for the stockpile! Radiant punch! Raging Cascade!
Denied!
Spread!
Not done yet!
Here's evil! Thunder field!
Make it rain!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! I can feel my power growing!
She sure spared no expense on her castle.
This must be...
The captain's quarters. The presence of the spirit vessel and the sheer extravagance on display can leave no doubt.
There's no one here.
Yeah, but I doubt she's out for a moonlight stroll. You think she jumped ship and ran away again?
I doubt it. The conniving witch is probably up to something.
Agreed. In any case, as long as she hasn't suddenly sprouted wings, she has to be somewhere on the ship. Let's keep looking.
What's wrong, sweetie? Is something scaring you?
just doesn't like being in her room.
I think there's more to it than that. What could it be?